that's what we're going to be looking forward to. The versus sign is coming out of the 4, which does mean the wall has been put up and we are ready to jump into Fnatic versus G2, potentially the last map of this series, this semi-final, casted by both Anders and Moses. Take it away, guys.
Yeah, thank you to the desk and thank you to the teams. This has been an amazing semi-finals already. That Inferno map, I don't know, it looked to me like Fnatic were about to make the comeback, but for once...
I wanted it. I could feel it.
We all wanted it. G2 found a way to stop that from happening, which is a rare thing. And now we're going to be on Dust2. Fnatic on the CT side, already a battle in the middle, and G2 on that T side. They do have a lot of utility on the G2 side, but no P250 to take a fight with at range.
Oof. That smoke from JW is perfectly timed. You could see the flashbang was coming out. G2 wanted to attack this location, wanted to get out of this choke point. Surely not. 2 risky CT pistol rounds from JW. He's picked off on Inferno immediately.
He's just standing inside of the smoke. They're all on the other side. He does make it back around the corner. He's actually baiting them in. He wants them to peek Flusher. A little bit of a flashbang there. Some damage being put up, but the bomb's on the other side. Let's see.
That's a win for the defense.
Yeah.
They forced a couple flashbangs out of G2's offense, and they get nothing for it. Nexus still has a smoke, Ominex smoke, and 2 flash.
How do they, if they go B like this, how do they stop Brolan from just USPing them at a distance? I guess if they come through middle, that would be a way to do it. If they can take out Golden.
Yeah, that's possible. Also, the smoke at the base, right at the end of the halls, allows them to creep up. You got to get lucky through that smoke at the very least. Golden's got to be careful backing away. A lot of players in middle. I don't know how he got that shot. I can't believe he got that shot. And this is almost an impromptu mid to B split that's going to be, well, slowed down by the push from long, but now G2 have found a new avenue to the bomb site. Krim steps up.
He wasn't that good on Inferno. Let's see if he can bring it back here, missing a chance. They're not going to get another one. Hunter doesn't even stop running to take that shot. That's an absurd way to go down. Brolan and Golden now, they can still win the round, but it's just got a lot more tricky. Run boost, good way to try and see them get up on catwalk, but how do they find all 4 players? They are going to have to look for such a long time before they actually find every single one. They don't currently have a kit picked up. I don't know if there's one on the ground somewhere, but yeah, they're even splitting up. I think that's a mistake.
Well, I don't think there's any good winning recipe in this one, especially because there's players hiding, and it's Hunter who's playing contact, and now they know where everyone is. Oh, that's a good shot from Golden. Almost maybe another one. There's Brolan chiming in, and all of a sudden it's doable, but a 1 versus 2, and Brolan knows exactly where they both are. The shots don't come fast enough. Too difficult to go between the targets, and another pistol for G2.
Very nicely done, and I mean, this is a good shot for Golden. So was the other one, how long it's actually...
I feel like you couldn't even see his head there.
No, I don't know what's going on. But the fact that, I mean, they're giving away by Fnatic because of the push from Flusher and JW out long, which is not to say that that's absolutely a mistake. It's just when they lose that fight, G2 are quick to react.
I mean, that's phenomenal from G2 to get out of that situation. Fast pace towards the B bomb site. Brolan might be able to delay, might be able to get 1 kill, but not even that. And Golden with the scout. That's not the range you want to be fighting with it, obviously, and he's going to back away. It's time for Fnatic to just save these weapons. Try again in round 3.
Interesting B-rush. I mean, that could be considered dangerous. I don't know how much they were seeing down middle, if they had any read on the max amount of people that could have been there. Regardless, they come out on top, so that's great news. Golden, that's taking down Kenny at range. Wish he could get that rifle, but that's not going to be possible at any point here. Flusher sneaking forward. I don't know if he got spotted by Nexa. Now he certainly has been.
Yeah, now they know. Smoke to cover a retreat. Good shot from Krim. So making it as costly as possible. It's easier to manage on the T side, but every little bit counts. Bomb explodes. We're going to go live into round 3 with 4 players from Fnatic bringing their weapons into the next round.
And G2 only get to bring the MAC-10s in. They actually buy another one. Got 4 MAC-10s, 5 of them. All right. Don't see that a lot. And it's...
Well, they've got B spawns again, so it's going to be another B rush.
Yeah, but is anyone going to check middle? Are they going to smoke?
Ominex going to look for it. He's going to peer down and make sure he counts. He's only going to see 1 and the smoke, so nothing to call off this hit. And Brolan again. Remember, he was the only player that died in the previous round, so part of the logic is he's got nothing to fight against this. And he goes down with ease, and Golden again. Rinse and repeat.
You're going to be so annoyed, aren't you? 2 rounds rushed down on the B bomb site. That definitely doesn't feel that great. MAC-10s doing a fair bit in this one.
It's the next, I mean, it's also, you have the 5 MAC-10s that also just says, we're just going to hunt you down. We're going to run all around the map, and you can see how difficult it can be when Nex is just jumping up and down. So, a quick 3-0 for G2.
It really looked like Fnatic had rediscovered themselves, and now if they can be off to such a good start here again, G2, if they can make the Swedes quiet at the beginning of the first half here, that's a huge benefit. Remember, they had to fight for the early rounds, G2, before they actually really got into it. Ended up 10-5 in the first half on Inferno.
Yeah, they went back and forth. Now they might be able to get a hot start. A lot of head armor for the Fnatic side against those MAC-10s. Molotov comes in, but Hunter's already passed it. And he's turned, he's dodged his own flashes, and look how crazy that is. The tracking of Golden, he's got a second. Nice defense out towards Long. Good opening defense at Long to establish your control at this part of the map.
Yeah, very impressed they win that long fight. It's a good job on the Fnatic side. Even with the MAC-10 leading the charge, that can still be a very powerful hit. If you were watching yesterday, I was trying to make this point about, losing long control on the CT side, which I think happens almost always when Ts try and do that. But Fnatic stood tall.
Part of it, the weaponry.
Possibly, but even then, a nice job. Flusher with a triple. I think even with the MAC-10 leading, it's still, I mean, if he gets down in the pit, then what do those 3 players at the long corner do? Even if he doesn't get any kills, he's just down there and alive.
Yeah, if he gets the first kill, if he gets this kill onto Golden, then there's not a wide enough angle for those defenders, but I think they're confident in the fight because they got the Molotov out so early. While the Flames are in that choke point, they'll happily make you, force you into a fight inside the fire. Regardless, it's a 3-1 game. AWP, a narrow miss for KennyS on the jump across, and again, it looks like it's going to be fast-paced. 3 players waiting outside Long. This MAC-10 on Amanek close up to mid, already establishing control, already using utility to pull defenders away, and JW wants to get aggressive. He's trying to be cheeky. He spotted the bomb, surely, but he's already lost his life.
That somehow felt like a very fast, I guess, mid to B for JW. Thought maybe he could catch somebody off guard there. Not going to be possible. It's still a 4-on-4. And now G2 is starting to set up on the catwalk. Crims inside of the bomb side with a smoke, so he can buy some time, right? He should be able to delay if they Molotov. It's a common position to Molotov. He should be able to fall back and still stay alive behind it. So yeah, he's thinking about it already. Actually puts it up a little bit in front. A minute left and trying to see if he could create somewhat of a one-way here. 55 seconds as they jump down into the low ground. The Molotov landing behind him, but doesn't actually touch him just yet. Standing up with a nice kill for Crims. And now inside of the smoke. They're finally going to find him with an itchy grenade, but re-smoking this CT spawn position is huge. G2.
I can't believe Jax just dodged all those bullets. That's incredible. You see him flying past and they haven't hit him yet. Brolin's just hoping to get lucky. I don't know how you do this retake. 2 kits. There's the push through. Jax has the kill, and now certainly Fnatic calls it off. Retakes on this map can be so difficult.
Molotov in there. Don't know if it's going to quite spread. It looked like it needed to be a little bit higher up. And Flusher goes down at Long, so not only not getting the retake, but actually losing 4 rifles. That's a big punch in the face here of Fnatic. That re-smoke, I don't think the flashbang worked, but they wanted to flash him through.
Yep.
Which, again, is a very cool, very aggressive idea. That is the kind of Counter-Strike you want to play against all teams, but, doing it against Fnatic could be really tricky. Again, this G2 team, it's a lot of fun to watch. I saw Stewie was tweeting as the game was going live that he said,
yeah, he's
G2 to win the tournament.
He's that guy. He called it. We'll see if he's got a prediction curse.
Trying to do that.
Trying to pass it all off on someone else.
I'm going to take it as an endorsement. I'm going to take it as that.
Another narrow miss for KennyS. And Fnatic have to buy up into this round. AWP on JW. This one is much slower from G2. Much more calculated. They've done a great job between Inferno and the couple rounds we've seen here on Dust2 of neutralizing some of the crazy aggression from Fnatic, of just waiting for it.
And if you're Fnatic, also an annoying change of pace all the time. Rushes to B, last round the MAC-10 out, middle, and then now standard, slow, they have to wait around. It's just hard to adjust to. You don't get to play in any particular rhythm. Obviously, Fnatic get to dictate the pace more when they're on the T side, but still, I imagine they're going to be a bit frustrated here. So much utility on the G2 side, not that much on the Fnatic side. And they're grouping up towards middle, leaving JW with that ult back plateau on B. Should be very powerful if they do show up. A bomb side, though, is making me nervous.
Should be making Fnatic nervous. Crimson pulled over. It's just Golden. Gonna try and find an angle, but Jax is almost waiting for this exact play. He's looking for it underneath the smoke. If Golden wants to get aggressive, here comes the turn. Jax goes down. Golden spamming through, no follow-up. The nades are perfect. They've slowed it down. They've done good damage. And Flusha's looking to get involved now as well.
Creeping inside of the smoke, only 18 seconds. And very low health on Hunter trying to put the bomb down. I don't know if there's any grenades. No, there's not. So at least the bomb will be down, and that's a bit of an issue. Nice kills, though, coming through from Crims and Flusher, and that leaves Amanek. He is flanking, and
he can't do anything.
No, he can't really do much, can he? I was going to say maybe he could have run there, but I think they've got it all on lockdown. Certainly with the Molotov, it's not worth throwing away the rifle.
No, but I think you might want to look for an AK-47, a Krieg, an AWP, anything that's, you know, a chance. Yeah, you can see that off there. Good peek from Crims. Could see the idea. They're still going to be able to buy G2 in this next round, but a nice attempt to find an extra weapon.
Golden playing that position really well. We see it so often if you're the lone A defender and you just fall back and play the ramp, and then you get Molotov, or even if you try and go for that, you sort of swing out for the fight, you're at perfect headshot height, so even if they're flashed, they can still sometimes get the kills on you, right? Golden saying, I'm going to play in front of the smoke, and then he had the teammate flash and HE right on top of them.
Yeah.
So, love that style. Fnatic with a round here. I think it's going to take more than just a single round, even though it helps that G2 are out of money.
Well, I mean, they're not out of money. They've just chosen to play conservative, haven't they? They had a decent amount of money. They're right on the edge to maybe get that buy, but just saying 4-2 lead this early in the game. Let's go for the pistols. Let's see what we can do. Keep some pressure on the economy of Fnatic. And Crims, they might just come out right before he's ready. They're going to get a plant out of this. So talk about, you know, an economic swing. They're going to be rich after this round.
Yeah, they shouldn't be winning the after plant. Deagles, pretty good, but they only have 2 of them, and they have no more grenades.
Yeah, it's all about this catwalk battle. If for some reason this goes south for Fnatic, 4 players here for Fnatic on the retake. The flashbang misses, but the kills don't come out. Brolin gets 3. Golden with the extra. And that's the round, but it was a chance. It was doable for G2.
Yeah, they had all the pieces in the right position at least. But yeah, bomb plant, just fine. I think, again, they're happy with that. Huge economic swing, you're absolutely right. 6K on 3 of their players, above 6K in fact. So they have a lot to work with. 8th round. What are they going to use all of that money for? The thing is, it also does give Fnatic a huge economic boost, not losing anyone in the round.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It could be a double-edged sword. They're going to take a timeout. So what have they planned?
I'd like to see them. I mean, the hard part is they can't really necessarily be as aggressive as you'd like. I'd like to see some of those mid-B splits at some point come out. You have to imagine they're going to commit to one of those at some point.
You know what we haven't seen in a while?
What's that? I was ready for a question.
Very
Yeah,
excited,
I was very. You got me pumped.
All right. Well, I guess we've kind of seen like sort of shades of it. Remember when A-Core on Mad Lions was rushing middle with the AWP? There's actually a way to do that where it's, you know, not just one guy trying to snipe someone off, where you do it so quickly that, you know, they don't even establish any kind of a mid defense. So if you want to go for that, you know, mid to B type split, you could also do it, you know, with no delay. Here's that attempted long, and that looked like it should have been maybe a connection.
Yeah, JW's going to be frustrated.
He's just pushing up. Yeah, I think he's going to be a little bit upset, but they've got them boxed in on long. What an odd round this could turn into. Now Fnatic need to just not make mistakes.
Well, they did a cat boost with JW going long, so yeah, they've put themselves in a perfect position, and Hunter's aware of the possibility, although doesn't have the information that it's actually occurring. He's just being cautious. And you can see as well with Brolin dedicated to the B bomb site, Fnatic don't have all the information necessary.
Oh, no, Golden.
Oh, this is not good. That's too early. You do not need to make that play at a 5-on-5. Now, to be fair, he also doesn't know that all 5 players of G2 are out long, so he's probably feeling nervous about someone coming back from T-spawn, someone coming up from lower dark. But he's given G2 the possibility of an escape route, and that means Flusha has to rotate over to B just in case.
Yeah, it's so, I don't know, it's so hard to judge, isn't it, when we have the minimap and we know JW not going to try and peek. He will be flashed once, but yeah, didn't really feel like going through. Don't know if Crims is trying to set it up for him automatically there. 38 seconds, a little bit of a gap, and that's a leg shot The follow-up not going to happen, though. Time is a bit of a concern now. Jax has the bomb. Probably didn't want to give that over to someone else when there's only 30 seconds left, just in case they land the last-second grenade that you didn't know about. 25 seconds now, and Jax still holding it back there. I would love it if someone else would pick up that bomb and not have it be Jax. 18 seconds, and I'm getting more nervous all the time. Oh, there's the grenade on Jax. 12 seconds now. JW will go down, and Hunter, not nearly as soft, and he's going to be able to put the bomb down, but that is a risk right there. 3 on 4, and Fnatic, even though they don't really have that much of an economy, they have enough to buy in the next round, but still, they're going to go for it. A man down, they don't care. They want to fight back right here and right now. Brolin sneaking up, Crims and Flusher as well, trying to see if they can help it out. But Hunter's got such a good position. Good kill for Crims. Brolin is going to get dropped, and Flusher can't really get into the round. There should be no chance here. Kenny, long range, taking out Crims. That's pretty close for Fnatic, especially when they had no grenades to really do that with.
Yes, I mean, they had to use it all to kind of slow down and delay that plant almost for Fnatic. Just a few more seconds off that clock, and that nade might have been the decider. G2, just long control the whole round, nothing special. You got it, you just sit there and wait. You make them nervous, especially once you get the 5 on 4, and a silent creep up long and crossing of the wall. They get into the bomb site before Fnatic really knows what's happening.
9th round. It'd be interesting to go back and...
That's more aggression from Fnatic that just doesn't do anything. They're usually much more successful with this.
Yeah, you're right. You'd want to talk to Golden and just ask, you know, from his point of view, what was the call? Smoke at the corner, Flusher alone, and he is trucked by Jax. JW looked like he almost got stuck on something there. Really quick with the boost, but it's long control for G2. And they're going to be just fine with that.
Jax was so incredible on Inferno, and he's continuing it here. And as the entry fragger, that's providing so much for G2. JW needs to come alive here. He needs something for his team. He's dropped off the ledge. Going to get back up, but how do you clear out Hunter as an AWPer? There's another smoke coming over from Long. You got a teammate, Golden is here, but Hunter ready and waiting. Transfers over. Good kills from Crims. Golden as well. It's just this long hit for G2.
Yeah, huge double kill for Crims. That is so important. We've been asking for his contribution for a while now, and that was a round where pretty much set it up nicely. Golden also with a triple, but again, he's the captain of the team. It's amazing when he's playing this well, and he was playing out of his mind on Inferno.
Yesterday, yeah. Well, I mean, today and yesterday.
Yep.
Golden's had a couple of good series once we've gotten to the stage here at Katowice.
I'm going to see this from Crims. So, they didn't even smoke Crims off, did they? I think that smoke is not up when Crims is getting the kills. Or he was playing at the edge of it.
Well, AWP still in the hands of JW. He's got 0 kills so far in this game going into round 10. And G2 have a pretty sketchy economy. And they've had so much emphasis towards Long, towards Catwalk. It looks like they want to pressure that B bomb site where Brolin is left largely alone, but Fnatic as well have somewhat of a read on it. 2 players in mid. Brolin, Crims, and Golden are going to be at this B bomb site.
Maybe they could use those new skyboxes to throw a couple of grenades through. Let's try and set something up. It's worth trying.
It's an interesting conversation about those nades in that skybox on Twitter earlier today between some of the pros, but we can get back to that at another time. Crims going to be blocked off, but certainly going to step in front of it because he's got a teammate to help. That's going to shift Golden closer to the B bomb site, and great damage from Brolin. This round looking good for Fnatic. Tactically and individually, they seem to be firing on all cylinders here. One exit out, good recovery from Brolin. Golden hasn't even peeked yet, but he knows what's coming. Waiting for the flashbang. It's just Kenny S inside the smoke. He's got one, transfers up, and it was almost there.
Amanek playing the look in case they got the bomb down, which is very cool. Flush is low on health, and Amanek, he actually hits. That's a cool shot. Never going to win the round, but still did a lot of damage. 3 kills in the round. There's one thing that excites me, though, at the moment. That's Crims being 12 and 4. That is great news.
They'll need it from Crims to make it to a 3rd map.
Oh, I think Fnatic, they're very well on the way to doing that. The fact that this game is 5-5 right now, and the power that G2 came out was really overwhelming. But now Fnatic, they're back with a, not a great economy, but they're building something, and G2 can't buy here. I actually think the Swedes have a very, very good shot and having an amazing first half here on Dust2.
Yeah, we'll see how these last 5 rounds play out, but certainly Fnatic have a shot of grabbing a very strong lead, a very solid lead going into the second half. At the moment, they can just remain patient, which they haven't always done.
That is not their strength, some could argue.
There he is, he's on the board. First one's the hardest.
I didn't even realize that was the first kill.
Yeah.
Well, definitely a strength that you want to lean on a map like Dust2, having a player like JW. We know Kenny is very strong with this AWP at this particular tournament.
We'll see what, I think Kenny's really going to come alive in the second half when he has that op on the CT side. At the moment, G2, a lot of these riflers are being very, very aggressive and taking map control and providing some spacing. And the op is just kind of being utilized in support, peering into that A bomb site especially.
Do you think...
Yeah.
Do you think they drew straws to figure out who was going to peek the corner, and Hunter's like, yep, yep, there's a rifle. Because they're all standing right behind
Just
him.
as we thought, boys, it's a rifle. Oh, what a, okay. Duck under the shots for Nexa.
He has a Glock.
Yeah, that was a Glock against an AK-47, an unarmored AK-47, so Crims is down. But Flusha with his SMG. Oh, he's blinded as well. I don't know how none of them have died. Look at all the HP, and the AWP almost doesn't matter. They've opened it up. Nexa is taken down by Golden, who saves the day, but that was getting sketchy.
This is actually a big problem for Fnatic. They lost 3 in the previous round, 3 in this round. That's so much money just right down the drain that they needed, they could have built. It's only round number 12 coming up now. If G2 win this round, Fnatic are going to be so upset they lost, what, 6 rifles across 2 rounds like that? That should not be happening. It puts a little bit of a dent in.
Yeah, it does make it. I mean, that takes some of the strength out of these last few rounds. That economy was one of the good things that Fnatic could have leaned on. Now they're calling Kenny's number, at least giving him a chance to go for a pick, and this is going to be a contact play. Pop flash in, Brolin on scopes, and that's perfect timing. Golden tucked into the corner, they line up, but Ominex got the follow. And the B bomb site is near impossible to retake in this kind of a situation.
Don't even try it. The problem is, though, Hunter is on catwalk, so looks like they know what they're at least thinking about it. But if they lose rifle, again, suddenly the loss of rifles in the previous rounds to almost nothing but pistols, it becomes a huge topic. Hunter's already out looking here. I really can't believe it. They had it all lined up, nice long range.
Oh no.
Just looking for it. Jax has been really good, but that probably should have just been a kill. JW still goes down, found on the other side by Nexa. And Hunter walking up behind Flusha. He is in a lot of trouble here.
This is a chase that's been going on this whole time.
Yeah.
Flusha's just come back for it, and yeah, that's a sensation you have a lot with Flusha, just when you look away.
Yeah.
6-6, we're all tied up. Nice, simple from G2, nothing fancy. Set piece with 1 flashbang for the B-bomb site.
A weakness they've been trying to push. I mean, it's easier in the rounds when you know you're up against pistols. And this worked out really well. Jax, really excellent on that one.
Yeah, he's just been so on point with these entries. It's so impressive.
Well, that's the entire economy of Fnatic sunk into this round. Again, something you have to watch for here. Kenny standing in the Molotov an extra couple of seconds. That's a long time. And he wanted that kill. They knew, though. They were just waiting on the other side.
You gotta be cautious. Usually Alpers like to get out of that fire when they're gonna have about 50 HP. Kenny stayed that extra half second or so. Molotov to clear close mid. That does not work whatsoever.
That's supposed to be a smoke. I just want to point that out.
Okay, that would make more sense. It doesn't matter either way, 1 for 1. And there's JW picking one off in the upper tunnels. Hunter swings out first, the Deagle not connecting, but the AWP is JW starting to be a force to be reckoned with.
That's the kind of JW we want to see. Really, really fast shots there. You can Molotov the close wall, but that is the lineup for the smoke. So I don't know. Some momentary confusion. Don't know if would have saved them from the wrath of JW there in the middle. We'll never know. Kenny looking to do a little bit of damage. And no chance at all.
I saw the Molotov come out. I was going to try and give him the benefit of the doubt. I was like, maybe he knows some lineup that I don't know.
I like that about you, Jason. I think that's a good quality to have. Don't want to be punishing people too early, but yeah, this wasn't it. It's confusing. One of them, I mean, Molotovs do cause smoke, They do function differently.
Not as effectively, yeah. Good job from Fnatic. Again, just hanging on despite having low economy. And as has been the case ever since G2 rattled off the first 3 rounds, they haven't been able to string 2 together. So, I mean, it's been very disjointed. The one round 5, the one round 8, and now round 12. And each time Fnatic's been able to respond, which is great considering the state of what their economy became.
Yeah, they could have, if they'd lost that round, it would have been, should have been a very, very different half. 7 rounds already, I think is really amazing for Fnatic. Up at the top of the scoreboard right now for them, 16-6 for Golden. Again, he's way, way outperforming his role on this team. Crims at 13-5, and I think that is something to be, yeah, really looking out for. Didn't get to see what he could do at Inferno, not nearly enough. Dust2 is something else. Golden trying to be aggressive with the AWP. Apparently he's just doing everything now. Yeah,
well, you can't complain when he's delivering in this fashion, and he just runs in a straight line while blind. Kenny came through the Molotov. That is a nice pick. That's one of the ops down. They can't recover it. It's deep into CT spawn. But this opens things up. And remember, Golden isn't playing this B bomb site. They might have thought that there'd be only one player here, and that's just not the case. JW, blind, and it doesn't matter. No scope so fast.
That's unbelievable. And it just continues. Coming smoke. Oh no! How many does he have him in a round? Quad kill. What, 3 of them not even zooming?
Well, that's what we like to see out of JW. That's what we want more often than not. 8 and 7 for JW. And yeah, it's only pistols, but that could have been a very dangerous round.
Yeah, you're right. He was running in a straight line. It's like in
zigzag.
It's like in Dune. You don't want to do that, right?
Yeah.
Worm will get you. So. 15th round coming up now. Fnatic double AWP. I still think 8 is. That's a high mark to reach. Again, G2 definitely not a team you want to underestimate on Dust2. So I think they've done a fine job. There's JW in the middle. He's warmed up into this game. He's starting to really feel it now. Kenny still with the Molotov, and I guess it does burn a... No, does it still go up?
No, it popped in the air again.
It popped in the air. Am I crazy or is Kenny?
I don't know. It's making me question everything I know. Maybe he has like a button bind to pull out a smoke and it's just the wrong... It's bound to the wrong thing. But I can't explain. I'm trying to help.
Help, Jason. Help me.
I'm trying to help him. I don't care about you.
Okay, well...
We've caught it twice now. It's unfortunate. 2 smokes on Nexa and Hunter. 2 flashbangs on Kenny S. That's everything you got. Maybe he just doesn't know the lineup.
Maybe. Brolin is close to the middle, and he's going to go for a bit of a spam there. Takes down 1, does a bit of damage to Hunter. Does leave Golden alone. They're going to be smoking it manually this time. Nothing over the wall, just right in front. Golden peeking in, and he is quick. I am so impressed by Golden. How is it that he's able to do just everything all at once? He'll finally fall to Kenny, but the bomb is right in front, and how do they pick it up? Only 27 seconds. There's Kenny making a run right back into the hands of Crims, and that was an easy shot. Amanek in a 1 versus 3 with 20 seconds, and there is no way. 9-6 at the end of the half in favor of Fnatic. A strong showing here for the Swedes.
Yeah, great recovery, but I mean, G2's going to be fine with 6, but Fnatic, it was the run at the end. 9-3 to close out the half. Not too shabby. We're going to halftime, and when we return, we'll see if Fnatic can bring us to a 3rd map. That'd be Train, but they've got to stop G2 first.
too hard, it don't come easy. I went dark, I lost it right away. And when it starts, God knows what I'll say. In my head, I had good reason. I went red so unexpectedly. I should have said that sometimes happens to me. It was a moment of darkness, a moment in time that I regret for being so heartless. It was a moment of darkness.
Passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fnatic and G2, second map here, the first semi-finals at Intel Extreme Masters in Katowice. We're on Dust2, and Fnatic are working on a third map right now. They want to get there, and they're not that far away. 7 more rounds would do it. They end 9-6 in the first half. That's on the CT side. I think that's pretty impressive. G2 are a phenomenal team right now. They're very hard to beat. You can absolutely tell. And, I mean, I think they've done everything they need to right now, Fnatic. They're in this pistol. I think they've got it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a good thing you say that because G2 actually have not won a CT side pistol run on Dust2 yet at this event. They're 0 for 3 in that endeavor. And that makes me happy because I want Train. I want a third map, and Hunter's going to get aggressive. Waiting in lower dark. They want to bait him in. Crim's Flusher, they've taken so much damage. This might be a great start, but actually look at JW. He's clearing out everything. He's about to say, guys, there's nothing here. But I don't know how you rotate back if you're Fnatic. There's a good headshot. That might be the first start. USP now in the hands of Brolin. JW causing issues. Oh no, the bomb. The bomb is dropped.
Oh, this is so awkward. The bomb lost to the T side. Jax getting one more kill. You're right, they had it all. Now, JW's flanking, so if they can keep their cool, if Flusher can stay alive, maybe there is a bit of a chance here. Still a minute, plenty of time to work with. He's not seeing anyone. Medium range, but Jax turns just in time. Really unfortunate. If he could have had that kill for free, it's a 2-on-2 at least, but...
Go for the jump. Go for the jump.
Yeah.
Run it.
If anyone's going to do it, you know JW trying. Now Flusher on the other side, still 45 seconds.
Flusher's going to throw the bomb up. I'm just trying to think of all the crazy acrobatics that could go on.
Why not? G2 have actually said, you know what? Oh, no, running out the middle. Nexa was ready and waiting. And JW is still thinking, surely Jax must be somewhere in this area, but he's completely relocated, which I actually think is a great move.
Well, JW, 1 versus 3. He's got Nexus so incredibly low, but he has no idea where anyone is in the bomb. The clock now is an enemy as well. It's essentially a 1 versus 4 at this point. 14 seconds. He's going to head over towards A, jumping up onto Catwalk. But remember, there's a player here, Jax, who's going to fight him every step of the way. I don't even know if he can get there in time. Even if Jax just hides, I don't even think it's possible. JW going to go down. They even had a chance to just screw him out of money as well. They could have just let him survive till after the timer. 9-7 as G2 win their first pistol round of Katowice, or CT pistol round of Dust2 in Katowice.
That is such an awkward round. They get the info, they lose the bomb down there, and they just can't really recover it without having too many casualties.
Something on Fnatic almost feels off today with kind of their plays aren't syncing up with each other the way that we normally do, or we normally see them do.
Yeah. Yeah, because they've been having good individual. You're right, there is some sort of a missed timing opportunity, at least a couple of times. Used to refer to it as the Fnatic hive mind, didn't we?
Yeah, well, I mean, it made sense back then. It was uncanny. So Fnatic in this round trying to throw some kind of a fake, it would look like, although Flusher now going to join up with that bomb in Upper Dark, so not sticking around for the B bomb site. Maybe just run the gauntlet over towards A.
Yeah, you've got Kenny there. He's got an HG grenade, which again, with the lack of armor, could make it dangerous. But might still get the bomb plant down. Probably will get the bomb plant down if they just run right now. Kenny, don't think he's scared about taking a fight. Grenade goes pretty deep. Actually, they stand almost on top of it. And that's a nice spray down. There might not be any bomb plants at all here. No, they're just going to get completely taken down. That's so well done. Those bomb plants do matter. They're going to have money to buy, but they could have got a lot more out of this if they'd had the bomb plant. Very interesting. So, 9-8. And the fact that they don't win that pistol round means it's a completely open game once again.
Yeah, well, the gap closes obviously in an easy fashion for G2 from there. But I mean, remember, they won the first 3 rounds in that first half and only managed 3 gun rounds once they got on board. Fnatic has been, battering them in terms of gun versus gun action. Kenny S. Ooh, that's a quick shot that almost hit. He was blinded. JW, how aggressive do you want to get? Molotov and Smoke going to slow you down. Hunter pushing mid. If he doesn't stop, he's going to walk right into his death.
It's kind of a cool attempt. It's what Golden was trying to do one of those rounds where all the action was out long. You could almost feel JW fighting his own nature to not go through that smoke. You just wanted to. But, yeah, I don't know. The rational side, the tiny bit of it that's in there.
That remains. That's been given any love over the years.
It somehow won.
Flashbang over, mid-push. Flusha can eat this alive. Almost transfers down. Nexa, 46 HP.
That's a lot of info for Fnatic, though.
Yeah, that's a flash-off catwalk that they can call. It's 2 players pushing mid.
They should know a lot about what's coming. That AWP is still in play from Kenny. Makes you a bit worried. Smoke, not going to slow them down that much. Can they avoid the shot here? He's just trying to look for the edge. Nexa goes down, so now it is all on Kenny, and he doesn't get the flick. And waiting for him, all the way back here is Crim's immediate headshot. That is so quick. Nice round. The first buy round out of Fnatic here in the second half.
They're not the opening kills, so they won't necessarily hit the stats sheet, but it's Golden providing the entries into that bomb site. Again, when they need it most. This was a great read out of G2 in a 3 versus 5? 3 versus 4. Able to get over towards, they remembered the long presence earlier in the round from Fnatic and had the perfect read, but Golden just takes everyone out of the equation. A little bit of frustration for Kenny, 10-8.
They have some rifles, trying to see if they can take the fight. Flusher running through, not that scared of losing the MAC-10.
Look at this full investment for G2. This round is going to have massive consequences on how the rest of this half and the rest of this map can play out.
These are the kind of buys that we were criticizing Na'Vi for making, right? Where they were sort of like, go for it, and you think, well, that could cost you like 2 more rounds.
That's why we call, I mean, that's what we've started coining the force buy economy.
Yeah. Doesn't always seem to be worth it.
Haven't seen a lot of teams able to pull it off. Navi's one of them. Jack's going to start pushing up towards long where Flusha is waiting with his MAC-10. Jack's going to search for it, but wasn't expecting Flusha to be peeking. The jiggle peek throws him off, and yeah, now this buy is really painful. Everything is invested here, and everything is starting to get taken away from G2. They're going to have a full save in the next round, so Fnatic going to have a pretty strong lead going into the later stages of this half of this map, and should be in position to force train into the cards.
It is looking very likely. I feel like we deserve it. These 2 teams have been putting on a great show already. Let's get that 3rd map. And Train is a map where, yeah, there could be just a ton of madness, in fact, on that map. With Kenny playing well, with JW also hitting the shots.
Yeah, now that we've given everyone time to warm up, that 3rd map, you get the ops out, you get some of the legendary op players.
It's a map that has a lot of potential for aggressive pushing on all sides, so let's just find out. We're going to have to see if we can get there first. It's by no means done for G2.
And actually, this isn't too shabby from G2, all things considered. They pick up the 3 rifles. I think 1 M4 was already in their hands, but certainly they have some weapons they can play with now. The question becomes, do they force up behind it? Do they drop like a FAMAS, an SMG, upgraded pistol over, or are they just content with what they've got? Golden in this series is 43-28 at this junction.
It's really just amazing. Hard to believe. I don't know, I mean, Yeah, if you're G2, we were criticizing them for buying into the round, but the fact that they suddenly pick up a Krieg and I get they had a Scout that turned into an M4, that's much better.
I like this as well. Don't force up around it. Keep the USPs on Jax and Nexa. Don't invest anything. Just see what these rifles can provide you. Maybe you get another chance where you can save them and you don't have to spend money in the next round, but don't get crazy. JW picks one off. Remember, keep this in the back of your mind. He never saw the other two cross. He might still think, but the trajectory, yeah, that's a bit much. I thought he surely would have seen the trajectory. And Flusha just being a cockroach.
Yeah, hiding in there. Oh, I actually thought Amanek heard the drop, but maybe he didn't.
No, you have to imagine he jumped out of his seat when Flusha started shooting him in the back. He never expected that whatsoever. And that's one of those risks that Flusha takes that, I don't know, the average player probably doesn't think of taking. Like, doesn't even think it's an option to him. So these 3 weapons are going to be saved. And that's good for Kenny S. He's got that AWP that JW kind of throws away in his crazy jump through the smoke. So that's a free AWP for Kenny S down the stretch. And rifles, they don't have to invest in next round. So money okay situation for G2.
They couldn't have bought the AWP in the upcoming round without it being dropped like this. And I don't know, Counter-Strike has a way of punishing people when they give those away. Gotta be careful. Seen it many times before. You just, like one little mistake, one extra rifle, and in the hands of someone like Kenny, that can absolutely bring your whole team down. So let's just find out. 11-8 at the moment. And they're going to get that 12th round on the board. So only a 4-round gap. That kind of a play from, again, from JW. You want to criticize it, but there are times where it would catch the entire team off guard, right? Where he's out there with the AWP, someone peeks.
I think we've made that exact point every time he's done something crazy in this game. We saw him walk through the smoke on the CT side of Dust2 previously, early on in the previous half.
We just give him the permanent license.
Yeah, he's allowed to do it, obviously, but, you know, it's just not working today. So it looks a little bit sillier than it usually does. 4-round lead for Fnatic. And a 3rd timeout called by G2. They use their timeouts liberally.
I mean, I can't really blame them. They need to get back in here. Economic control, I think, is the most important thing right now. Take the rifles away from Fnatic. They have a lot of money, though, on the Swedish side. That's hard to contend with. Almost 10,000 on Golden.
7,500 on Crims. Rich, here we go. Kenny S going there for the peek over the smoke. He's tagged. Shot forced out of his hands, and Brolin quickly up catwalk as well. One player in close mid heard that. Brolin can't win the fight. It's just Nexa. A one-on-one heads-up fight. That's a big one for Nexa to take.
Jax is playing alone over at long. Amanek alone in B. And that mid defense, though, is really strong. So we'll see what Fnatic actually end up going for. Now being a man down, Jax a bit of an off angle. Molotov not in time to actually cause a lot of pressure on him. And now he's just hiding back here at the bottom. Nexus got a line covered in towards this. And there will be a kill from that stolen AWP on Kenny eventually. So they're kind of locked down here, Fnatic. Even if they win the fight now, it probably is going to be way too late. Flashbang to set it up, and Nexa coming in to help out. That's just a round where Fnatic don't even get to have much of a say at all.
Yeah, they don't get to play the game. I think here, if you're JW, definitely toss the AWP away at this point. Who knows if G2 wants a double AWP setup, but you certainly don't want to hand them 2 free AWPs when you've already given Kenny 1.
What if he, yeah, there we go. What if he pushes the football out just to trick with him and then shoot?
You mean the soccer ball?
I can't even get invested into that fight.
I'm actually not either. I just wanted to be a dick.
But there's at least 1,000 people watching saying, my God.
12-9, 3-round lead for Fnatic, but if there's going to be a small comeback for G2 in any capacity, they're set up perfectly for it. A lot of free weapons passed over. A couple of rounds where they've been able to save weapons into the next one. They did pick up that double AWP setup. JW didn't hide it well enough. Here we go. All that money that we just talked about for Fnatic in the previous round starts to dwindle. Golden down to 1,300 from 10K. Crims down to 3,700 from 7,500.
Yeah, G2 not that easy to break, apparently. Gonna keep up the fight here and try and avoid train. I can't blame them. I wouldn't want to try and stay in a solo with Fnatic longer than you need to. setting up what looks like some smokes, and looks like it's going to be a very, very fast mid to B split. But the problem is Hunter and Nexa have this crossfire in middle, and if that works out, then the attack will only feature basically the 3 people coming in from upper, and that's just not nearly as good. See if they can smoke off Amanek. Now, Hunter's all the way inside. Nexus falling back. The timing. Oh, it could be perfect right now for Fnatic if they can break their way through. Early grenades coming in. Nexa, he's back in middle. He knows that something is going on here, but they're watching it. Smoke goes up. Brolin, he's dropped by Kenny just before the smoke actually lands. Incredible timing. Crim's coming through the window, but he can't see anything. They're all hiding inside of the smokes here, and he's just sitting and waiting. What a defense this is all of a sudden. It's falling. No, Crims doesn't care. That's... I actually thought that the backup was going to come in and shoot him in the back in that window, but they find a way through, and now G2 got to think long and hard about retaking this flusher, losing the fight to Jax, but still.
I would go for it. You have got the whole bomb timer in a 3-on-3, and yeah, it's difficult, but you can make this happen. 2 players going to come in on the flank. The tough part is JW's in the back. He's got the AWP. 1 lost too early in this retake attempt, and G2's going to fall back, and this one might be it right here. Good flashbang, though. Forced off the angle, but it's JW biding his time and just baiting out the shot. And now I think you have to save. They're going to go for it. JW grabs woman. Jax bails out. So does Kenny, but I don't know if he can make it. Crims, that's a beautiful shot to take the AWP out of his hands. An expensive attempt.
Yeah, very much an I mean, if they could have had JW in the beginning there, that would have probably been way more doable. Nice triple for Crims. Again, I actually thought the fact that he was crouched in the window meant that he was about to get shot in the back.
Oh my god.
That's pretty quick.
That's not an easy one to hit. Yeah, they had to have been just so scared about that mid to B smoke that was down, like no one wanted to jump through it. What a great shot from Kenny, though. Flick down. Some stress showing in as well. Both teams, well, not so much Fnatic, but G2 starting to struggle for money. Again, and another opening for JW. Second time he's found that pick out towards long, and he just bails out. Kenny wants to respond towards top mid.
Not even much of the guy showing out alone there, Jax. Just his shoulder, more or less. Enough for a kill anyway. Kenny feeling lonely. Amanek pushed very far forward, but if he gets the kill, could he actually get back? Again, it's a big question if he gets the first or the second guy in line. Just an elbow, and he's back around the corner. What an excellent pickoff.
All because Flusha pulled out a nade. Elbow sticks out a little bit wide, a little chicken wing. That's a rough equalizer as well. No chance for the response. Mid is exposed. G2 trying to cover that gap by pushing Catwalk. Amanek in the back with an AWP at the B-bomb site. Nexa at the lip of the tunnels. Golden might get caught off guard. He's got no gun in his hands. He's got his knife out, and Nexa punishes that. And that ruins the strategy. Again, caught with the nade, and I don't know how Hunter transferred over. 2-on-3.
Kenny at the bomb site, and time is ticking. Nexa's pushing up a dark. Kenny, if he gets a kill, there's absolutely no round. Missed another chance here, and they're getting a little bit closer now. He sees the second player and he's calling it in. He's just saying, I've got him on this side, just come quick. Berlin, I don't think it matters any longer. He's low on health and Kenny will save it. A big double kill, but the aggressive pushing, Fnatic, not used to that.
No, that's 3 players caught with nades or knives out. And the first one was just unfortunate timing, but after that, it's all mistakes. And that's rough. You have a 13-9 lead, you get a man advantage as well, and you can't convert. This was beautiful. He got Brolin into red HP and transferred over to get the kill. So Fnatic have a decision to make, and I think this is why we're going to see the timeout coming.
They could go for 3 really good buys, and then Brolin and Flusha would have to have a little bit less. I still think that's worth it. I think this is a better idea than giving G2 an even stronger economy.
They're going to go for a small buy. They have B spawn, so this is going to be a B rush, you would imagine. Golden picks up an AK-47, JW Mac-10, Flusha Mac-10. But 4 players already leaned as close as humanly possible to the B bomb site with the spawns.
You would love it if Brolin had something to slow them down in the middle, if you could tag someone or anything. I mean, again, those B rushes are a question of seconds of timing there. He's going to be looking for it with a deagle anyway, but no connections.
I think G2 might read a low economy. They sent 3 players over to B, but it's actually only Amanek. It's only the AWP. This could be ruinous. Dodges the flashbang. He's got the leg shot. He's going to go down. How much can Nexa and Hunter provide? They have to get into this site. They have to slow them down somehow. Hunter with the first. HP is dropping for Fnatic.
Yeah, no smokes going up in any of these choke points right now. So they need that. Molotov will at least push them back and they can get the bomb plant. That's a huge kill. And look at the health on Fnatic. They really don't have a lot left right now.
But look at the money. The money might force G2 to just give it up.
Oh. Flusher saying, and actually both Flusher and JW holding up a dark. So let's see, G2, if they actually retake right now, JW and Flusher are going to be so far away. This whole round is just a little bit of a lottery right now. Flashbang over the wall to try and buy a little bit more time. JW now looking at the window. Oh, and he's not going to get the kill, but Brolin will. Follow up from JW. Can he do it? Oh! He likes him as he comes in. And a 2-on-3. Fnatic need this round. They want that third map. And they're so close to doing it now. G2 flushing all of the rifles into the B-bomb site. But the Swedes will find a 14th round. That is some sick sniping coming out from JW.
And he had to step in front of the smoke, right? There's nowhere to go. You're committed to that fight until you die or until they're all dead. And JW lands everything that's needed, 14-10. And again, I thought the money might scare G2 out of that. It's an admirable attempt. I don't even mind it, but this puts him in a tough spot moving forward.
But this next shot was so hard to hit, wasn't it? Even getting the leg shot makes it so much more doable. Now out on long, standing in the fire like Kenny was, gonna be put up by a teammate.
Oh, but look at the aggression one more time. They push upper dark. It's 2 kills traded back and forth, but that's the entire B side of the map is lost for Fnatic. And more aggression everywhere, all over the place. Fnatic getting a taste of their own medicine. They're not liking it either.
No, they really don't enjoy it. Crims waiting there, and this is what was happening to Fnatic when they were pushing this longhouse as well. They kept getting shut down. JW's got the middle, and Crims and Golden are out long. Kenny with a FAMAS at range. He wish he still had that AWP. By the time he sees them, they're going to be on top of him, and that'll make it really rough. Good timing again with the grenades, and a flashbang to slow it down more. Calling in for backup. Aminek is going to be running there. Weird fight, but on top of the smoke. Kenny coming out on top. That's such a huge double kill, and they even hurt JW. How could he dream of winning this round?
He's got 50 seconds. He's got plenty of time, and he's got the AWP, now AK-47 utility as well. Trying to find a new angle of approach, maybe catch Aminek off guard, but the timing's not there. The nade works perfect. The question is, where do Aminek and Kess with no information position themselves?
Yeah, they just run long. They say, let him go and get the bomb. Now, he has a smoke and a Molotov. I don't know. It's very hard to put those grenades down in a position where they actually help you. That might be the only way to do this.
JW is going to wish he kept the AWP. 18 seconds, going to peek down towards Pit. They've double peeked him. Kenny able to grab the kill, a triple kill on the round for Kenny S. 14-11, and G2 just barely hang on. Kenny S delivers again, this time with the FAMAS. That double kill out towards long. We saw frustration on Crim's face earlier as well. They have gotten picked off with nades in their hands so many times. Second timeout used by Fnatic.
Yeah, timing is so crucial. Because he had the FAMAS, he didn't go for any long peaks until they were, really close. So they didn't even know what to expect. And obviously completely caught off guard yet again.
They were moving very fast as well for that much time on the clock, which gave Kenny S, all the information he needed to just stay behind that box and wait. I think we got that second shot coming in on the drop. Yeah, it's almost looks like that should have just straight up killed him. Might have deserved it for the accuracy. Here we go. Round 26. 3-round lead for Fnatic as they try and force that third map. They try and bring us to train. Golden's got 24 kills leading the party. Crim's at 19.
I mean, they've done all of the work right now. The Swedes 2 rounds away from putting an end to this map and staying alive in the semifinals, but you could tell G2 are just, they're still fighting all the time. A single mistake here for Fnatic could cost them the semifinals. They don't have the money. G2 don't have the money. This 26th round could be the one that actually decides it more or less. If they win here, G2, then they're right back in the game. It's almost dead even at that point in time. Let's try and see if they can maybe just go for an A execute. And against Nexa, it's a pretty good bet right now. If the timing is right for it. They're waiting around for a long time, which is always scary when you're losing map control, basically. The grenades are up. Pretty good counter grenade, at least trying there. Looked like it fell behind them. And next, I wish he had more backup. He's going to swing for the fight, but Golden will immediately drop him. One more entry here for the Swedish captain. He's been just a star player in this game. Hunter trying to see if he could maybe get through the smoke, but Golden is waiting on the other side. 40 seconds as they put the bomb down. The smoke fades, and Amanek will get a bit of revenge. Crims is there hitting a headshot with the Krieg, and now a 3-on-3. They have 2 smokes and 2 kits to try and get this retake in with, or Fnatic are going to be at map point. Crims landing another one, and it is looking good for Fnatic. Amanek in a 1 versus 3, and he can't do anything, just has to fall back. Map point for the Swedes.
Map point for the Swedes, and nothing to fight with for G2. That is a perfect attack. They found the gap in the defense. Nexa couldn't handle it, and no retake attempt is even doable for G2. Now look at them. What can they fight with? Scout, 3 upgraded pistols, and an SMG. This is a brutal way for this map to come to a close. And Fnatic, look, it has not been pretty. They have not been playing the best, and it's certainly not guaranteed over. But the fact that they're able to have themselves in this winning position and not a stellar performance has got to be something that they're happy about.
They've managed to, to fight their way through. They've got some of their players, again, Crims certainly being online here in this particular map. Set it up. They are looking to see if they can flash their way into a long fight. Actually, they just threw their flashbang and no one peeked, so I'm not sure about that. They're all set up at the corner. Scout to put a single shot, but a lot of people up close. Can they get the timing down right? They've caught a lot of people with grenades in their hands. This time it's not going to be one of them. It is all rifles, and Jax, he just doesn't even care. Dinks to people with the deagle and puts them to sleep, and now they're back around the corner. Flushers on the other side with a bomb. Surely not Fnatic.
Well, Brolin's going to work his way up catwalk. They're all split at the moment. No one wants to make the play because they don't have a teammate nearby. Flusha can't really do anything because he just has a deagle. He's got to wait. Good shots from Jax.
This should be the round where they just put an end to it, where G2 don't even have a say in it. Oh, down the middle! A 3rd kill on JW. Can he get more? He doesn't have any more in him, surely not. It's already done almost everything they need. Amanek with the UMP, and now Brolin in a 1 versus 3. There's no point in running. There's only 30 seconds. Might as well just go for the straight-up fight and hope that you could do it. He takes out Jax, and now could he get the bomb plant? Kenny's on the one side there. I don't think he's even got much time here. Faking it will just buy more time. Yeah, he goes straight for it, and a little bit of a pre-fire there from Kenny. That Krieg, I don't know if it's enough to buy them this round. He's so low on health as well. And now Nexa's going to be showing up with that AK-47. If they knew how low he was, they'd just be using the pistols. They both come through. Oh, he does get it! No health, but the accuracy, 16-11. Fnatic, they get that 3rd map.
He did exactly what Crims did yesterday to close the series. The first kill and the 1 tap on the 2nd player. Jax did everything he possibly could to keep him in that round. But we get our wish. We get exactly what we want. We're going to train. This semifinal has been great. We get Kenny S versus JW with the Ops again. And that's a gutsy win for a Fnatic not playing at full strength from what it looks like. Either way, we're going to see how this series closes out. We're going to see who's going to be the first team to make it into the grand finals of IEM Katowice when we